Today I'm going to be answering the very common question, why do I miss my last shot? Now there are countless ways why people miss their last target, but they all share one thing: behaviour change and deviation from the process. So I'm going to share some patterns of behaviour change which some of you may recognise as the reasons as to why you're missing your last shot. So let me walk you through those four common patterns that you might recognise. Now firstly we have the rusher, and they're often met with a thought, I'm on for a straight, I need to get this over and done with. Sometimes the thought might not even be as clear as that, but the feelings are overwhelming, with pressure sensations building. Now these feelings and sensations are uncomfortable and not pleasant to experience, so the rusher goes faster through their routine as quickly as possible, or even skips parts of the routine, thinking it'll just be fine, I'll get on with it. And they often do this to avoid those unpleasant and uncomfortable feelings and those sensations that they experience on their last shots. Next we have the overtryer, who often thinks along the lines of, I really need to concentrate on this one, I've got to make absolutely sure of this. Now the feelings associated are often uncertainty and a lack of control over the situation, and they choose to react by adding extra effort, over controlling the technique and putting effort into the wrong parts of their shooting. Now we know that when you put more effort into the technical aspects of shooting, the automatic skill breaks down. A bit like trying to hit a golf ball as hard as you possibly can, only to see it scuffed and roll along the fairway slowly. Now the harder you try, the worse it gets. The next common pattern is the protector, thinking along the lines of, I can't afford to miss this, met with a fear of losing of what they haven't actually achieved yet. And they become cautious, tentative, defensive, perhaps over-holding on the target, or not executing the skill with the same level of intention as they did. The final pattern is the analyzer, over-computing every eventuality. What if the wind changes? What if it comes out differently? What if I push in front of it? And they feel this paralysis by analysis, getting stuck overthinking instead of executing, sometimes frozen between two options without committing to either. Now, all of these patterns of behaviour start somewhere. They don't just happen randomly. So it's important to build your awareness and notice your thinking. So I'm on for a PB, I'm going to shoot it straight. If I hit this, the score I'll finish on will be this. And these cause an increase in the associated feelings and sensations, whether it's tension, uncertainty, apprehension, anxiety, cautiousness, butterflies, whatever it may be. Unconscious reaction to these internal experiences causes them to change their approach in order to manage or avoid the associated discomfort with them. Instead, the focus shifts to managing the thoughts or feelings and not focusing on executing the skill in line with the process. And the discomfort begins to control your shooting and change your behaviour. So what can you do to break this cycle? It's simpler than you think. Firstly, understand your own response pattern. Are you a rusher, an overtryer, a protector, or an analyzer? Most people have a default pattern under pressure, but perhaps you show a combination of a few patterns depending on the moment. Knowing your pattern is the first step to recognising it and catching yourself in the moment. Next, know your triggers. What thought starts off your pattern for change? I can't afford to miss these. I'm on for a PB. This will be a great score. What physical sensations or feelings appear for you? Heart racing, tension, holding your breath. Finally, refocus on your process. Catch the trigger and name the pattern. Here's my protector response. And then redirect your attention back onto what's important. Doing the same routine with the same level of intention. Don't change your behaviour. Use the same process that got you to this point and don't change for those final shots. Remember, the target doesn't know it's your last shot. It needs to be the same execution as all of the others. If this video helped, subscribe to the Mental Range and let me know in the comments which pattern do you recognise in yourself. I'll catch you next time.